it was 14 months off season, which is great.
Right.
Great. I think the least amount should be 9 months.
Mhm.
Then it's 3 months of bulking, 3 months of cutting, 3 months of bulking, and so there's no such thing. There's all you did is put on 15 pounds, and you're gonna rip that 15 pounds off. If you put on 3 pounds of muscle, you're gonna rip it right back off. It didn't give it time for your body to adapt to it. And doing some sushi to start with, some steak burritos after that, and then somebody suggested Subway. Hit that. Show them what you're looking at. Oh.
Little horseshoe action.
The big boys are here. Combined body weight of probably close to 600.
It's up there.
What's up, guys? This is just going to be a little teaser into what we're going to be doing because you are here and you are an eater.
Like to eat, just ate, in and out, sitting on your porch.
So give a little backstory on this if you don't mind. Just a little bit because of the fact of you actually have done competition eating from what I understand.
Right.
At an extreme high level.
Yeah.
This isn't Heath Evans kind of bull stuff. This isn't social media stuff. This is like legit.
Yeah, so 3 years ago I signed a contract as a professional eater with Major League Eating. So, I was making pretty good little chump change here and there as an amateur, just eating, going to county fairs and doing this contest here, this contest there.
Right, keep going.
And so a couple of my friends are like, hey, man, you ought to try to get in this world international mutton eating competition. So I was like, okay.
So you're like,
let's go try it out. Yeah, so that was my first professional eating contest that I did. And so I ended up beating a couple pros on my little debut there. So they gave me a contract, and I was like, man, this is awesome. You can actually
these guys
win
out
prize
there.
money, and
I have some
and
Titan
good
members.
food.
I know that they would freaking love
Yeah.
to be able to do that for a living.
Yeah, so
Southern boys, man, they're cooking everything. They're catfish
yeah.
and they're frying it and stuff like that.
Nose to tail, baby.
Okay,
They eat it all.
I don't know this stuff. You know me. So here's the difference between, and you guys know this. Everybody at home right now knows that the difference between me and Heath Evans is Heath Evans can actually eat. I'm always on a program and a diet, and I rarely ever move it and cheat it. That being said, I am going to do this. With that being said, today I'm going to try to do a little something with you and get a little some kind of cool eating going on.
So what are you feeling?
I think we might be doing some sushi to start with, some steak burritos after that, and then somebody suggested Subway, like the footlongs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's the hypothetical possibility for this. I don't know if this is gonna. Remember, I am not even an amateur. I wouldn't even call myself an eater.
Well, I've been eating since 2 a.m., so nonstop. I mean, airport food. I had got my fanny pack. I usually pack about 15 packs of almond butter. So I've already
this man's
eaten
like,
those. Hey, listen to this. We were on the plane.
And Tom's going to send me 24 burritos. So if we do go to the burrito thing, so.
Yeah. No, today on the plane, I was knocked out. I'm not up on your time frame quite yet. But so I woke up. I'd been asleep about an hour, and I looked around, and I flagged somebody down. And I was like, hey, did y'all give out snacks yet? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It's like,
where'd you fly in from?
Nashville.
Okay.
So they ended up going to give me some little Biscoff cookies. I love those things. And
you could look like this, eating like that.
hey, before you know it, I had people tapping on my shoulder. Hey, you want some more cookies?
Oh,
I had like six empty packages there on my tray. So
see, now that's a loving plane, no mask too, right?
oh man,
Sorry, I'm a mask. I don't like masks.
Same.
So let's see if we got any questions going up here. James, you got to be able to pay attention to the day because this is going to be some serious eating for you guys. This is going to go crazy. With that being said, we're going to do an arm workout, and what I'll try to do though is actually have this video us go live on this arm workout. Jeffrey's running a little bit late, so we're gonna start warming up and stuff. Doc's coming in. He ain't missing this. You know, Doc.
Yeah.
You don't miss no workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll get this little video going, and then we'll get to the eating. Where can these guys? Everybody can find you.
On Instagram, Dreamweaver IV. Dreamweaver IV. I'm signed up for the World Donut Hole Eating Championship next month, so it's about time to turn it up.
Pink Box Donuts better be sponsoring you on this.
Oh shoot! Hey, I need to go in there with the pink on.
Dreamweaver. If you just type that into my followers on Instagram, you'll find them as well on my page. All right. We will see you guys in 2 seconds. We're gonna get a little something to eat. What do you want to eat before? Are you good to go?
I'm good.
You're ready
on that double and fried.
He's ready to eat, cookies. Man. He's ready. He's ready to train. I'm going to do a little pre-workout here, get a little pump going on, and then we'll get to this stuff. We're going to do. You cool with this workout? A little close grips.
Hey, you lead the way, Big Daddy.
We'll do some tricep extensions after that, and then some push downs. A basic old school 1980s workout. Easy enough. But watch today if you can. Disconnect from me. Watch how he trains. Watch how he moves through the exercises. Watch how he connects to the exercises, and take all the aspects in. Is the weight heavy for him? Is it light for him? Is it high reps for him or is it low reps for him? Again, he just got done competing, so which is great for us. So you're going to be able to see this anatomy body.
Well, I'm up about 25, but you know I'm barely hanging on.
He's ridiculous. He looks awesome. He looks awesome. So we'll try to get some pop in the top, some real legit pop in the top here. All right, boys and girls, we'll see you guys in 2 seconds.
Okay, I want to raise my calories, but I notice once high, eventually my metabolism slows down with it. Okay, I don't know if a high day every 2 months, when needed on top of high calories, will speed it up.
So, do you want to try to answer that? Do you feel like you could answer that?
Yeah, scroll down one more time. Let's see it there. So he wants to
I
raise his calories, but he noticed his metabolism starts slowing down with it. Well, that's, we're talking about
and again,
a caloric surplus. And you might want to check your fasted blood sugar in the morning, kind of see where your, how your insulin sensitivity is. If it's low enough, I think you can still push food and raise calories. As far as wanting to know when to do a high day, I've never been a person to map out my high days. I kind of just check my weight in the morning, check my body composition, listen to my biofeedback. What's my body telling me? Am I, there's a difference between being flat and, trying to talk yourself into, getting that extra cheat meal. You know what I mean? So you can definitely boost metabolism.
My question to you then is this, because I do know who this guy is, and here's, I think, a misconception. If you're in a surplus and your body's holding still, at least, maybe let's say hypothetically, like I'm about 300 right now, and I'm taking in 6,000, 300 right now.
Units, huh?
And I'm 6,000 calories, and I'm not gaining weight. So I know for a fact my body's utilizing that. And I'm not continuously going, so its body's kicked in. I have a feeling that he feels because the how when you're in a surplus, you may feel stuffed for a little longer than you do when you're in a deficit, obviously.
Right.
But that to some, I think, maybe plays with their minds that they think that their body's slowing down, which I disagree with.
See, that's the thing. Last year I took the biggest off season that I've taken. Or before I turned pro, I took my biggest off season, and it was like 14, 16 months.
Hold on. Did you guys hear that? Because I have the worst problem with these people.
Yeah.
That it's 3 months of bulking, 3 months of cutting, 3 months of bulking, and so there's no such thing.
But listen, I've competed for 13 years, And, I can get 3 or 4 pounds of muscle, doing a 9 month off season, but I was kind of like spinning my wheels. I wasn't making the amount of progress I needed to get back on stage.
This is gold, guys.
So,
Everything else we've talked about,
yeah.
skip it. This is the most important conversation.
Yeah. So finally, luckily I had a bunch of cool life events going on that I was able to, stay fairly lean, but just hold on to that, to the new tissue for long enough. Because sometimes, we'll do these short off seasons and we don't hold the tissue long enough for it to kind of be our new set point. So the amount of time that I took on that long off season, it like doubled my stage weight from year to year, And,
So questions for you then. It was 14 months off season, which is great.
right.
Great. I think the least amount should be 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 months is great.
Mm-hmm.
And I want these guys to understand that. How did you, because I know this is the toughest thing, when you're getting ready for a show, you're motivated, you got a goal date, it's easy as can be.
Mm-hmm.
When you're off season, you don't look like show day, so it's not as motivating.
Right.
The goal date is so stretched out. How did you stay in it to put the muscle on, and knowing that you had to stay that long off, over a year off season,
Mm-hmm.
which is great? How did you motivate yourself to continue to do it? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they don't.
Oh yeah, listen.
Unless it's a turn, a new program,
Right.
a new thing, it's a new hype thing, a
Right.
new diet.
I tried to, as an amateur, I was doing like the same couple shows, every year, so, looking past that, I knew what I needed to do to add more tissue, and I just needed longer to hold that. I mean, it's kind of up to you. What do you do to keep yourself, motivated, or,
What did you
or
find?
stick to the track? I like to travel. I like to do a little vacation every now and then. So,
So you stayed on your plan. You traveled. You enjoyed.
right.
So I'm hearing that the deep-rooted seed to stay off-season and motivated was the fact that tissue does not just come on and stay there.
Right.
You have to allow it time to adapt to the body.
Right. Yeah, and you have to. I don't know what you think, but I think there's a several month period that you probably need to hold that if you want that to stick. And sometimes, for the people that do the same shows every year, if you're not accruing enough lean tissue in that short off season, then maybe you need to extend the off season a little bit and hit a show later down the line.
So if you don't understand what he's saying, this is. Again, we never talked about this.
Right.
So we've never talked about each other's beliefs on health and fitness or anything like that. But you see that we sit down, we throw the camera up, we start talking, and the similarities of the understanding of the body is identical.
Right.
You don't bulk up for 3 months, put on 10, 15 pounds, whatever it is, hypothetically. You put on 15 pounds and then go, okay, now I'm going to cut up next 3 months. Your body didn't adapt that tissue. It didn't absorb it, that it's theirs. All you did is put on 15 pounds and you're going to rip that 15 pounds off.
Mm-hmm.
If you put on 3 pounds of muscle, you're going to rip it right back off. It didn't give it time for your body to adapt to it. And that's what he's saying in a very simple way, that we need this off season. Now, I know that most of us are slicing and dicing right now. You guys are. But for you guys that are doing power bodybuilding, back to the question that James asked, your metabolism is not slow, kid. This is the first time your metabolism is fired up beyond belief, and I wish you would know that. You're taking in more calories than you've taken in since I've known you, and your body's somewhat staying where it is, or maybe up a pound or two to the most. That's huge. And I wish I could explain that better than me telling them that your metabolism is functioning.
Right. And just because it's not a linear increase day to day doesn't mean that you're not making progress. As long as you're nailing the diet, nailing the training, keeping it intense consistently, we want to see a pound a day, but it don't always happen.
Doesn't
like
work that way.
You know what I mean?
People will call me and say, hey, I weighed in and I'm fluctuating about 3 pounds. like you and me are big boys.
Yeah.
We fluctuate 10
30,
pounds
shit,
easy in a
yeah.
day. And I'll get these people messaging going, yeah, I gained 3 pounds on Monday, then I lost 2 pounds on Tuesday, and then 1 pound. I go, don't step on the scale.
Yeah.
Stay off of that thing.
And there's so many different variables that come into play too that people don't even consider. Like my water's going to be off for the next day or two. I'm traveling.
Travel, plane.
I'm eating in and out. I'm eating burritos post workout.